mid-April.
Today, breastfeeding advocates asked state lawmakers to change the laws.
KX News reporter Sanji Milburn is live at the Capitol with why. Sanji, good evening.
That's right, Chad and Lauren. Just a few hours ago, women and their children were here at the Capitol trying to change the current law and pass House Bill 1330. And they all say it's to better protect breastfeeding mothers. These women have one thing in common. They are all mothers who breastfeed. And it's the state law on breastfeeding that brought them together.
I hope that our legislators can understand that, it is a hard thing to be a mom. It's hard to do, and it's hard to not be supported by society.
Megan Slutton is one of many supporters of breastfeeding. She breastfed all 3 of her kids, including her newborn, June.
Just the other day, I was with my 3-year-old at the coffee shop at the YMCA, and I was trying to feed her lunch, and June needed to eat, and so I just had to breastfeed, and no one in the coffee shop was disturbed by it.
The North Dakota law says it's legal to breastfeed in public places if the woman is discreet and modest. Now, although Megan hasn't experienced any criticism, others weren't so lucky, which is why they're trying to change the law.
Just seeing looks of disapproval from people walking by, even though you might be sitting in the mall or sitting in the restaurant and you're covering up your baby and yourself the best that you can. Although I was never asked to leave, I did end up sitting in a car and breastfeeding, and it was the difficulty in finding places to use a breast pump.
Several breastfeeding advocates want House Bill 1330 passed because it will remove the subjective language as well as create a penalty for any business or public place that asks breastfeeding mothers to leave. Last week, the bill received a do not pass recommendation out of the House Judiciary Committee, which is why Megan and other supporters stood at the Capitol trying to make a change.
People are a little bit uncomfortable with breastfeeding, but, as a society, we have a responsibility to make sure that mothers and families are growing up healthy and that they feel supported, and that sometimes a young mother can be hanging on by a thread, and it is a very hard thing to do.
Now, a vote on the bill is expected tomorrow, if not this week. Reporting in Bismarck, Sanji Milburn, KX News.
Thanks, Sanji.
Still to come on KX News at 5, rushing to